Here, some from quite a distance away. To the members of Valley Bank for helping us put this event together, because without them, this dedication would have not been possible. To the citizens of Scottsbluff, Gering, Harrisburg, Sidney, Hay Springs, and other counties, they made it out here on this sunny yet warm day. Welcome. Last but not least, thanks to the representatives of the United States military branches that are in attendance today, including the Marines of the 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines Regiment that will be helping us unveil this beautiful monument. My name is Sergeant Adrian Robles from 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, based out of 29 Palms, California. Presently, I'm working in Camp Pendleton, California, at the division schools that caters to Marine units on all the West Coast, and also caters to other military branches, and training them in a variety of subjects related to warfighting. This is a place where I reinforce lessons learned in counterinsurgency operations, in Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and current operations that are happening as we speak all over the world to hold the enemy at bay. Through the years of working side by side, men and women in uniform, I have realized we're all joined for one voluntary reason: to fight for our country. Some enlisted because of the catastrophic events that unfolded on September 11, 2001. Others because they wanted to experience something different, something honorable, something exciting. Speaking on my own experience, I joined the fight in the war of our time, much like my dear friend Corporal Adrian Robles. We all had the same fears in the back of our minds. Could tragedy happen to me? But regardless of those fears, it is the strength and willpower that our men and women of the military today, as like the days of previous wars, that continue to enlist, that continue to re-enlist, that request to be extended in a war zone, so they see that the work gets done. Stay the course. That is the caliber of heroes we have in our ranks. And unfortunately, these are the same that we have engraved on this monument. All 6 names. Our angels, our warriors, our brothers, sons, grandsons, nephews, friends, who gave the last full measure of devotion for their country. Understanding the consequences of what might happen to them that now appear on this slab of granite, still volunteer to enlist. Believing in the mission tasked out to them with diligence, sturdy professionalism, and enthusiasm. I'm not here to talk about the politics, only to stress the importance of your support to our soldiers in harm's way. They would have wanted it. I have a hard time grasping the idea that my friend Corporal Robles is gone. Much of the same for the friends and families of our fallen Nebraska warriors. I think if my friend is still on patrol in Afghanistan, watching over our men and women operating in the mountainous regions of Helmand and Farah provinces, ensuring they come home safely. What can I say? War is hell. Those that have served and are currently serving in hostile campaigns know full well the burden we take on to ensure this country continues to be free. There's a quote I learned in boot camp, painted on the walls of a training base in San Diego, that reads, "For those who fight for it, freedom has a special flavor that the protected will never know." The point I'm trying to make this afternoon is that we all have a duty to make sure that we help out our warriors. We need to give them our unwavering support. We may all agree on the decisions made over the last 8 years, but that doesn't give us the right to turn our back on our friends and family, fighting in those godforsaken places abroad. George Orwell once said, People sleep peacefully in their beds at night, only because rough men and women stand ready to do violence on their behalf. Please honor the memory of these brave heroes by giving your love and support to those still out there. I am proud of what we have accomplished in the world as a whole, and I imagine that if you talk to anybody in uniform today, they will agree with me. We will continue to march towards the sound of the guns, so what happened on September 11th never happens again. Because we have men and women like these here that will not allow that to happen. These 6 proud patriots that selflessly gave themselves to save their brothers and to defend the weak from the atrocities of war, they will not be forgotten. In closing, I want to share with you something that means a great deal to me and my friend Corporal Robles. So much so that we had an excerpt of this tattooed on our bodies. And this applies to everyone that has donned the uniform of our military and that currently wears it proudly. In the immortal words of William Shakespeare, whoever does not have the stomach for this fight, let him depart. Give him his money to speed his departure, since we wish not to die in this man's company. Whoever lives past today and comes home safely will rouse himself every year on this day. Show his neighbor his scars and tell him embellished stories of all their great feats of battle. These stories he will teach his son, and from this day to the end of the world, we shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For whoever has shed his blood with me shall be my brother. And those men afraid to go will think themselves lesser men as they hear of how we fought and died together. Thank you, Semper Fidelis, and God bless America.